Hey guys, welcome back to Tuesday Topics, formerly known as Tuesday Tips. I changed the title just because I was talking a lot. So if you've been listening the past couple weeks, thanks for tuning in, and my goal is to provide a lot more information regarding health and fitness. So I appreciate you already watching, and there's going to be a lot more. Alright, so here's the deal. It is almost Thanksgiving, it's almost Christmas, and it's almost New Year's, and just knowing our society and how it works, we're built around celebrating with family and friends, with involving food, and also being inactive for the most part. So watching movies, making gingerbread cookies, petting your dog, shopping online. So our culture is built around a lot of things that will fuck up your fitness goals. So I'm here to give you the basics as far as, a starting point with body composition and rate of change. I think these two topics are very important any time of year, and they are topics I talk about all the time with clients regarding what they're looking for as far as a fitness goal goes, if it's weight loss, if it's muscle gain, or if it's just maintenance. Okay, so how are body composition and understanding rate of change going to get you what you're looking for? That's the main question. First of all, I'm not a doctor, so I can't give you any physiological answers, but I have 4 years of training under my belt as a personal trainer. And the best comparison of what body composition means to somebody through their fitness goal or fitness journey is almost like when you're in a brand new relationship and you're super excited to text your boo and you haven't heard anything back from your boo. So you're like, oh fuck, what's going on? What am I doing? Did what I just start make sense? Am I gonna get dumped again? Or is this person just wasting my time? And you're kind of frantic. You put yourself on the line, you started something new, and you're vulnerable. So of course you're freaking out. It's the same thing with a fitness goal. You're starting something new, you're vulnerable, and this is kind of choppy. You're not used to this routine. So body composition and having answers behind that is almost like receiving a text message from your boo multiple times throughout the day to give you validation that what you're doing makes sense and is working. So in a nutshell, body composition is basically muscle to fat ratio measured through multiple ways. My favorite way is skin fold measurements. So this is super old school, and you can ask all my clients. They end up loving it, but it's kind of intimidating at first. This basically separates the fat and the skin away from the muscle and measures in millimeters. Males and females are completely different, which I'll cover in just a second, but essentially you're taking physical measurements of your skin and your fat versus your muscle. So you can plug these in and figure out where you stand as far as how much fat you need to lose and what you want to do next, or achieve through your goal. So it gives you answers. Body composition is the text message from your boo. Okay, quick refresher. What is body composition? It is a percentage of muscle to fat ratio based on gender. So there's a category for males and females. And between those two genders, there's different ranges to work towards or to understand where you currently are at, and you can build your goal from there. So I'm about to turn this camera around and show you guys those ranges and walk you through it so you have an idea of what that looks like. Okay guys, so these are the body composition ranges for women and for men. And it's broken down into 5 different categories. So essential fat, what we need to survive. Athletes, high muscle mass, little fat. Fit, a lot of muscle mass, still some fat. Average, kind of half and half there between muscle mass and fat. And then obese, more fat than the body needs to be healthy. So as you can see, women, our ranges are higher than men. And this comes down to a hormone difference. Men, because they have more testosterone in their body, have the ability to have more lean muscle mass, and their ranges are lower because of that. Ours are higher because we have more estrogen, therefore we naturally hold more fat. Okay, so I almost want to give you guys examples of celebrities to fall under these ranges, but I feel like that's almost unfair because I don't know their body fat percentage. I haven't pinched them. I don't want to paint the wrong picture. So I'm just going to give you the two extremes and what falls in between. So when you think of essential fat and the lowest body fat percentage you could have to where things are unhealthy for your body, think of, I hate to say it, but almost a competitive bodybuilder. That is probably the most obvious example. Again, I'm not pinpointing all bodybuilders for being in the essential fat range, but that is an extreme body composition to where nutrition is so fine-tuned and restricted to where body fat is so minimal to the point where your body might be lacking the amount of fat it needs to operate at a healthy level. So we're just going to roll with it. Think of a competitive bodybuilder for the lowest range, and then for the highest range, obese. Of course, we have this image painted in our heads all the time because our country revolves around fast food and all that. So that one's pretty easy to think of, and I hate to pinpoint people, but we'll just, because I love him, we'll use Chris Farley, rest in peace. Think of that for obese. And if you have gone to the doctor and they've told you that you're obese, they are using the BMI form of measurement to get that number. I can't tell you that they're wrong, but I can say they did not physically pinch you, so they don't know how much muscle you have and how much fat you have. They just have your height and your weight. So that is nice to know when considering where you fall. I highly encourage body composition as one of the tools you use for your fitness goal. Whether you're a long-term athlete and you're just working towards something new, maybe trying to build strength and build up lean muscle mass and you have no idea where you fall, or if you're new to fitness, understanding exactly how much fat you need to lose. So body composition is a great tool. Body composition is a great tool in understanding where you are before you even make a goal. Feel free to message me. I'm a nerd about this stuff, so I'm happy to respond to any questions you guys might have. And quickly, I'll go over rate of change because that's just as important as body composition. So Tyler just walked in and he's going to talk about rate of change for us. Or he's just going to be an asshole and eat his potatoes. All right, rate of change. Rate of change is just as important as body composition because body composition gives you that understanding of how much you have to lose, how much you have to gain, what you want to do. And rate of change actually has to do with, rate of change. Rate of change has to do with how long it takes for your body to start changing and adapting to the style of training you've been working with for weeks and your nutrition. So how long it takes you to get to your goal in a nutshell. Okay, so regardless of what your goal is, it takes about 4 weeks to start noticing minimal change when being consistent with multiple factors. So you have to be consistent with nutrition, your fitness routine, recovery, and then also keeping a healthy mindset. So those 4 factors, if they're consistent for 4 weeks in a row, that's where you start seeing minimal change. 8 weeks is where you start noticing some more obvious differences. And then 12 weeks, so about 3 months in, is where you start noticing drastic differences. So to give you guys that timeline is super important because during the holidays, when you're starting something new or continuing what you've been doing, and you question yourself and what's going to happen when you eat grandma's chocolate chip cookies, just know that if you stay the course and you're consistent with fitness and nutrition, recovery, and mindset,
your boo thing will text you back.
Tyler's not invited to any more videos. Who eats their salad like that? Okay, so rate of change is important at all times, but especially over the holidays when you're trying to stay confident in what you've been doing or if you're starting something new. So remember, 4 weeks for minimal change, 8 weeks for moderate change, and 12 weeks for some pretty drastic changes. So that's only 3 months. And then of course, if you continue to be consistent with nutrition, fitness, recovery, and mindset, beyond 3 months is just going to keep getting better. So that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. I'm glad we had Tyler join us. Say hi, Tyler.
Good luck on their Tuesday.
Wow, he spoke words. So thank you guys again. Message me if you have questions, and have a great week.